Hey everybody, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. Technologies, Michael, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Doug.
So I'm so glad you were able to come to the event that we just had on selling UCAS. We ran into each other just now. We're going to put this up, a special podcast on behalf of the Cloud Communications Alliance and TR Publications. So we're talking about AI today, and we're going to be talking about some trends. But Michael, first of all, what is ASC Technologies?
So we're primarily involved in call recording. So we have about 24 different integrations that we can do, from legacy on-prem to hybrid to full cloud integrations. One of our biggest platforms is obviously Microsoft Teams. And so first and foremost, we're focused on call recording and then taking that data and then what do we do with that data? So obviously you capture a ton of data in call recording. It'd be great to pull out some insights, and that's what we help our customers do.
So is that where AI comes in?
That is where AI is certainly relevant in the call recording world, especially for us, and certainly helps identify in the compliance world, so your financials, your healthcare, different compliance violations that might take place. So growing the organization, but also limiting risk. And so that's why a lot of companies turn to us for our call recording solutions.
So in your work at ASC Technologies, you guys must create a tremendous amount of data for your customers. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Depending on the customer, they can have, if you're thinking at a trading desk, you have each individual with hundreds of hours of call data on a monthly basis or weekly basis. Or it could be volume based. If you think contact center with customers that don't want a contact center data, that need obviously analytics applied to consuming and understanding what's going on.
And with that in mind, so AI then dives into the data and it starts to organize it in a way that maybe wasn't possible before?
100% correct. So one of the things that we've been able to do for quite some time is obviously transcription. Our transcription, which uses AI services from Microsoft, so it's not our technology. We have essentially the biggest technology company in the world backing our solution because we co-developed our solution with Microsoft. So what we do is we transcribe the audio, and that's what unlocks all of the AI solutions from there. So for years, we've been doing phrase and keyword recognition so we can categorize calls. The AI does something completely different, still using that transcription, but it analyzes the conversation for sentiment. So we can see tonal shifts throughout the conversation. It can pick up on sarcasm. The other thing is you can ask open-ended questions into the conversation and get immediate feedback from specific recordings. So if you're a sales environment, you can ask a question like, did Doug buy today? And it will give you an immediate answer, yes, Doug bought, and then list out the different items that Doug purchased over the phone.
So does this create efficiencies?
Oh, incredible amount of efficiencies. Using a quick example, so let's say you have 100 employees that are being recorded. They handle 20 calls a day, 10 minutes each. Not over the top, but over the course of a year, you'll come up with about 85,000 hours of call data captured. If you broke it out by supervisor, how many supervisors would be required to listen to every one of those hours? You would require 43 supervisors just to analyze or just to listen to those conversations, not even analyze them. So we can do the work of essentially 43 supervisors, obviously more effective, and for certainly a lot less money than you would have to pay supervisor salaries for. So,
and that gets into this topic of AI. So by introducing AI, you're not having to add to payroll.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. So you might spend an additional couple dollars here and there. There are some consumption components. So obviously when you analyze more, there's more, computer power going into it. However, payroll, even adding folks for benefits, all of these things, they kind of just line up, and it becomes incredibly expensive to hire an additional person at the expense of deploying technology.
So, this is sort of interesting because it's from the beginning of the conversation on AI, there's all the, what I'm hearing is you're not talking about eliminating jobs. We're just saying we can now do more with the existing staff that we have.
Correct.
Right.
So, Doug, you know this about me. I have a long financial services background. One of the things, trading floors were always being reduced in size. And one of the things that we heard every year was, unfortunately, we had to let people go. We have to learn how to do more with less. Well, we're giving more tools to fewer people so they can do their job more effectively.
And meanwhile, with all that effectiveness, there's actual result, there's output that's consequential.
Correct. Yes. So, again, going back to the open-ended questions, we can ask things like, was there a potential violation in any of the calls that we recorded today? That can be an umbrella question that we apply to all the calls captured in one particular time horizon. And then the AI would recognize, did somebody guarantee a customer against a loss, or did they say something that wasn't factually true about a particular investment? So we can recognize those things through AI and then put the focus on those rather than randomized searching and listening.
What about the area of categorization?
So categorization, same thing. So let's say you're a mortgage company. You can take the calls. You can recognize different products that are being discussed, whether it's ARMs or it's a traditional 30-year mortgage, and you can categorize those into different fields. One of the use cases for that would be, obviously, you can put more resources into one particular product or one area of the organization, or you can use that as, we're having an uptick in interest in mortgages. I think we're going to have more applications coming in. So there's a variety of different ways to categorize things, and you could still do the keyword. If there's a common issue, let's say it's a customer service support, you could take different keywords and funnel those into different departments and alert the right folks so that they can put the attention on problematic areas within their contact centers.
And finally, are you guys at ASC Technologies using AI to help with quality management, QM?
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things, and we have a very large partner that white labels our solution internally. One of the things that we did for them was we created a module, if you will, for quality management. And so, but it was a manual scorecard. Still a supervisor to listen to an entire call, go down a checklist, and basically assign a value to how well that agent did on the phone. From there, you can assign trainings or quizzes or whatever the agent might need. One of their big requests was, how do we automate this? So then we migrated into automated scorecarding. So we can curate entire evaluations, different scorecards, ask those open-ended questions. Did Doug properly introduce Michael? The answer is yes. So Doug, you get 10 points for that. Go down a list of all these questions. Did Doug say, stay on the line for a short survey at the end of this call on how well I did today? Get an additional 10 points for that. So we can curate all of these different things into a scorecard and provide immediate feedback to not only the agent, but the supervisor, and it's automated. So you don't have a supervisor listening for these key things, which fatigue, they can miss some of these points. AI does not get tired, so we can capture all of these inputs, assign an absolute score to exactly how well an agent did, share that feedback, and then we also know if the scores are too low, these are the agents that need additional training, additional coaching.
Well, Michael, I really want to thank you for joining me today, taking time out here on a busy day at IT Expo. Where can we learn more about ASC Technologies?
First and foremost, we have a very robust website, asctechnologies.com. Plenty of things on there to learn about. If you scroll down to the very bottom of the page, there's a media center. There you will see the list of the different types of products and solutions we have, paired with the individual shows on there as well. We also have a YouTube channel, ASC World is the name of the YouTube channel. But obviously reach out to me or Doug for contact info. But my personal email is m.broderick@asctechnologies.com.
Michael, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Doug.